Now, I know there might be a lot of stigma out there about how recruiters are losing it and they don't care about you as a candidate and they just want their commission, but I've actually found a post on LinkedIn showing a recruiter that does care. 9:30 a.m. The candidate doesn't show up to their second stage interview. 10:15 a.m. The candidate texts me to say they've took another job. 10:16 a.m. Who says recruiters don't care? This man snapped his keyboard over a client that took another job. He cared about that client, okay? I know a lot of the advice out there from recruiters on how to work with them and how to get jobs can be a bit confusing, contradictory at times even. And after reading just a few of them, it seems like it doesn't matter what you do, you're doing that wrong too. Like this one who has the #hiring banner on in the profile photo, senior technical recruiter, purple squirrel hunter. Job seekers, please don't send me a resume or a connection request and immediately ask for a few minutes of my time because the answer is no. I will contact you to set up a time if your resume is a fit for the job position I have and you have applied via our job opening. I suspect the advice for people doing this comes from campus career centers and possibly career professionals. #job search tips, #resume, #using LinkedIn, #recruiters. So don't message recruiters with #hiring in their photo that are technical recruiters and ask if there's a match, okay? They'll ask you. So we have recruiters upset that clients are coming to them. Then there's the recruiters who post on LinkedIn and get upset when their prospective clients don't respond to them. But even when you do respond to them, there's always something for them to be upset about. Like this one. I cold called a candidate yesterday. I could hear a lot of background noise, so I asked if it was a bad time. No, not at all. I'm just at my daughter's birthday party and she's opening her presents. What do you got? Stunned. Just when you think you've heard it all. I imagine if someone is looking for a job and they're expecting a call from a recruiter, it doesn't matter what they're going to be doing. They'll pick up the phone. Why does it matter if they're at their birthday party or not? But okay, you've made progress. At least you've answered the phone, you're talking to the recruiter, everything's good to go. What are the next steps, right? Well, according to this technical recruiter, it's definitely to avoid calling recruiters to follow up. Following up is a great practice. It shows you're engaged and interested and that you care about the role, but just remember, patience is key. Recruiters will respond as soon as they can. The best way to follow up, send an email or a LinkedIn message. This allows us to get back to you when we're ready, without interrupting our current tasks. And please remember, calling on the recruiter's personal number is a no-go. We all have our personal lives outside of 9 to 5. So if you reach out to a recruiter, that's a no-go. If you don't respond to a recruiter, that's also a no-go. If you do respond to a recruiter at a birthday party or, doing something else, I guess that's also a no-go. And if you were ghosted by a recruiter, I guess you probably deserved it. According to this recruiter, that's what it says. Lots of talk about how recruiters are ghosting candidates and candidates place all the blame on the recruiters, but sometimes you deserve it. And I don't always have the time to call you all and tell you the reasons you're a bad candidate or a human. I placed a candidate on an assignment. The candidate called and needed to resign due to health reasons. And then after the candidate left the company, the manager scanned through all of the person's emails. And the manager sent me the email chain of the candidate negotiating an offer with another client and staffing company on work email. Well, that role must have not worked out because a few weeks later, the candidate reached back out asking blah, blah, blah. The candidate found a better opportunity and took it at the last minute. It's not like there are recruiters out there that have ever told candidates they're the perfect fit, the #1 pick for this position, and then they end up going with someone else. But they just needed to keep you there, But then sometimes you have recruiters who just give you completely mixed messages. Roger here rejects CVs with no white space. Makes sense. If it's absolutely unreadable, then that's not a good sign. The rest of this, though, it could be left out. They start to get a little uppity, like they're better than the rest of us job seekers they're trying to work with. Believe it or not, you're only the perfect match for the vacancy I'm working on. If you lack attention to detail and don't consider the impression it leaves on the reader, you're unlikely to make my short list. You don't have to say all that. If your resume isn't getting compliments, it's not because your experience is lacking, it's because your format is a mess. So having an unreadable resume is one thing, but when you have recruiters like this that are passing on your profile because you don't have a professional photo, well, that's something else. Recruiters won't call you unless they believe you can be a fit for the job. They're busy. They're risking their reputation with hiring managers when they put you in front of them. A professional photo communicates, you can trust me. Also, just wanted to give a shout out to my homie here. Go get photos from him if you need, because otherwise you're getting passed up. Honestly, it shouldn't matter what you look like as long as you can do the job, dress decently and stuff. I think having no photo is better for people like this. It really doesn't matter what you do. You can't even answer the phone and say hello. But what do you think? How's working with recruiters for you? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to see me call out more of this corporate nonsense. And if you have anything you'd like me to showcase on the channel, you can email me, Instagram, Discord, however you'd like to do it. The links for all of that are down below. But having said all of that, I hope everyone is doing really well, and I'll see you in the next one.